Everyone, everywhere, Anita, 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 Anita. Do we really know what's going on? There are several corruption scandals in Uganda that no one is talking about. Even the thieves are hiding deeper and deeper and deeper. And everyone is saying, Anita, Anita, Anita. Let me give you 10. 1. Are you aware that there are 10,000 fake umeme meters in Uganda? And Parliament kept quiet over it even when they discovered and they supplied the meters to Uganda and they are overbilling people basing on those meters. These are the people to get sanctions. Are you aware that Uganda got the biggest loan called Badea to supply electricity poles, cement electricity poles, to all the sub-county headquarters in Uganda? Now the question is, some of the poles being supplied to the sub-counties of Uganda are wooden. And secondly, the cost. Guess what? Many of you think those cement poles cost 1 million shillings. They are billing Ugandans 7 million shillings per pole. Who is talking about that? These are the people to be sanctioned. Are you aware that the UNRWA, these road signs for marking kilometers at the roadside, those white ones, each is 700,000 shillings? Each. What is the cost of Uganda police uniforms? The police uniforms and Uganda People's Defense Forces uniforms. I sat in the Committee of Parliament and asked them the cost of the uniform. No one wants to tell you, but you would be surprised to find that each uniform costs at least 800,000 shillings. That is the uniform, the madoa, the shoes, the caps. These are the people to be sanctioned. Are you aware that President Idi Amin left 17 properties in London? 17. As of now, there are only 2 remaining. The residence of the ambassador and that building at Trafalgar Square. Some of us were there. All the others were sold. These are the people to be sanctioned. I went to the Ugandan embassy in Belgium, in Brussels. Our property is dilapidated. Some were sold. These are the people to be sanctioned. Are you aware that government of Uganda is paying taxes, is paying rent in its own building? Uganda Property Holdings Limited is collecting rent in a government-owned building. Government is paying rent in its own building. These are the people to be sanctioned. Are we aware that Uganda Property Holdings Limited, a company that collects rent for government properties, is not accountable to Parliament? Even the parliamentary committee tried to find out who the shareholders of Uganda Property Holdings Limited are. They failed. And this is the company managing Ugandan property in Nairobi, the Transocean property in Nigeria. All the properties all over Uganda is being managed by Uganda Property Holdings Limited. Parliament failed to audit them. And the committee of Parliament chaired by Honorable Regan Okumu reported that they failed to get the details of that company. These are the people to be sanctioned. Are you aware that Northern Bypass in Kampala, the cost was inflated by 200%. They were wasting time for selecting the bidding. The moment the bidding was done, they started inflating the cost of the road by 200%. And I was the chairperson of the committee, and we discovered the roads were inflated by 200%. These are the people to be sanctioned. Are we aware that Entebbe Express Highway is the most expensive road in the world? These are the people to be sanctioned. Are you aware that at Owen Falls Dam, I chaired a committee of Parliament and went down into the dam. The new dam that has been built has been tied to a dam that is 100 years old. It's like a 90-year-old man booking a 10-year-old girl that when she turns 18, she would marry. So when the old Owen Falls Dam gives way, even the new one, the water levels will go down until be washed away. Are you aware there was a huge bribery to ensure that the dams are built concurrently and not built 7 kilometers away? These are the people to be sanctioned. Points. That is nothing. What I've said is nothing. There is a lot. The whole country is rotten. Corruption should not only be in the east. Corruption should not be tolerated in the west. Corruption should not be tolerated in the north. Corruption should not be tolerated anywhere in Uganda. Let me add more scandals. Uganda has the most expensive electricity in the world. Yet we generate hydroelectricity. We have water running at the River Nile for free. But we still have most expensive electricity in the world. Why? Because of corruption and shoddy deals. And I'm glad finally President Museveni has accepted that the Omeme contract will not be renewed. At least they had, but after 20 years of fleecing us. Dairy Corporation was sold for $3. Those of you who know, dairy, we had dairy in Gulu, Mbarara, Arua. It was sold for $3, 10,000 shillings. Isn't that a form of corruption? Really, dairy with all the buildings, all the land for $3? Shouldn't these people also be sanctioned? And not only Anita Among? Are you aware Uganda Commercial Bank Towers, currently called Cham Towers, it was sold under privatization scheme, but the annex of Cham Towers, the entire annexure, was sold on Christmas Day for peanuts, for less than 150,000. On Christmas Day, you are privatizing government property. That is a scandal. These are the people to be sanctioned. The entire annexure was sold for peanuts, and on Christmas Day, it was sold differently from the main building. Are we aware that our soldiers in Somalia going for peacekeeping mission, some of their money is deducted for hiring guns and uniforms? Are we aware? Who should be sanctioned? Are you aware, you listening to me, political philosopher Odonga Otto, is that the seals, when you buy a bottle of water, you will see a URI seal. When you buy a bottle of wine, you see a seal. When you buy a beer, you see. Are you aware this is the most expensive seal in the world? It costs 300 shillings per seal. And yet these seals, in other parts of the world, is 50 shillings, 75 shillings. Are you aware of who has the contract for those digital URI seal? At 300, 150 to 300 shillings, that is fleecing the taxpayers. Are you aware that 38 billion shillings was squandered by the office of the Prime Minister, Amama Mbabazi, and people of northern Uganda are languishing in poverty? Shouldn't Amama Mbabazi be sanctioned? 38 billion. It was squandered. Who should be sanctioned? Everyone is Anita. The others are home and dry. Why? Are you aware that 28 billion shillings, which was for branding cattle in Karamoja, we had agreed that they should put an electronic chip in the neck of all the cows, so that when it is stolen, it is tracked by GPS. All the money was eaten. And today, none of the cattle has been branded. No cow has been branded. Cattle rustling is just continuing. Even yesterday, they were stealing cows in Agabo. These are the people who are to be sanctioned. Are you aware that the national infrastructure backbone, money was passed and given for having internet dug on the ground, the way it was done in Rwanda, the way it was done in Kenya? Internet, the national infrastructure backbone. Are you aware that the whole of that money was just distributed to the telecommunication companies? And as of now, 80% of Ugandan internet is being transmitted through mast, from mast to mast, and not through underground deep sea cables, which is even causing cancer to Uganda. This is another scandal. The Rift Valley Railway. Are you aware that all the money we pumped in the Rift Valley Railway, we are not getting the desired results? So the system in Uganda now is rotten. Ugandans, you have laid back. You have taken a back seat. You don't want to bring the country into your hands. You are ready to blame politicians like me who are giving you the information. The whole system is rotten. Corruption is everywhere. It needs a major surgery. So these are scandals that have existed in the country. People have stolen money and they are home and dry, and everyone is talking Anita. Let us carry out a comprehensive major surgery. Thank you so much, Honorable Dr. Odonga Otto, political philosopher. Thank you for listening.